Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome in if this is your first time being here. This is Empowered Gems Tarot. My name is Melissa. This channel used to be titled Tarot by Melissa, so if you've been searching for me under that name, then you are in the right place. Today we're going to be looking into your month ahead for the upcoming month of March. So we'll be looking into any general energies, themes, events, situations of significance that you may want to be on the lookout for as we move into this upcoming month ahead. And we will be working with both tarot and oracle cards as well as charms in this reading as well. Remember that this is a general collective reading on YouTube, so messages may not resonate super specifically with every single viewer out there. That's totally normal when you're viewing these collective readings on the internet. But if you feel like you're needing more personalized guidance, more so than what these general readings can provide to you, the link to my website is in the description box down below where you can book a personal reading. You can also join me on Patreon for $7 a month. We have tons of exclusive content over there, including exclusive pick a card videos, very similar to how I post here on YouTube, but those videos are chosen by my Patreon members. So you'll have a say in the type of content that I'm creating over there. I also offer lots of other exclusive content and 15% off services booked through my website. So definitely check that out if you want to continue to support my work, but maybe in a different way than just viewing the videos on YouTube. All right, so let's go ahead and jump into our reading selection. So we do have a choice between 3 different readings for today. If you're drawn to reading number 1, we will be working with this little bumblebee jasper crystal. If you're drawn to reading number 2, we will be working with this malachite teardrop. And if you're drawn to reading number 3, we will be working with this scolecite crystal. So I want you guys to go ahead and take a deep breath. Thinking about the upcoming month of March and what's ahead for you. Go ahead and select the crystal or the stack of cards that you're feeling the most intuitively connected to. And once you've made your choice, you can scroll down to the description box below to locate the timestamp that will skip you ahead to your chosen reading. See you there. Hey Group 1, if you guys were drawn to the Bumblebee Jasper, this is going to be your reading all about the month of March and what's ahead for you. We're going to start this portion of the reading with your Oracle and Tarot cards, and then I will also be adding in charms and dice. That section of the reading will be timestamped below in case any of you guys like to skip ahead to that part a little bit sooner. So let us jump in, Group 1, and see what the month of March has in store for you. So we start off here with the Saturn return. Okay, so starting us off with a bang, Group 1, with some strict energy here. Let's see what's going on. We have the snake, desire and attraction. And then we do also have the bear, strength and resourcefulness. Okay, Group 1. So very, very interesting energy. So Saturn return. Okay, this is telling me that this month, you all might be moving through some pretty tough lessons. You know, Saturn is a very strict energy. And when I say tough, I'm not trying to scare anybody, right? We're going to get into what I'm seeing here in a minute. But Saturn is a strict energy. And it is an energy that demands that we take responsibility and accountability over the things going on in our life. But it's done for our greater good, right? So there could be something this month where you all are feeling a little bit restricted around something or feeling like, dang, I'm being punished, right? Saturn is like that fatherly energy that comes in and kind of holds us accountable, holds us to a higher standard, right? And what I kind of feel for you all is there's some sort of standard that you're being held to around attractions and desires, but maybe also around your resources here with the bear. There's a situation here with the snake where I think that there's a lot of attraction, there's a lot of desire, there's a lot of passion here, but this is giving me an energy of something in life that is probably not going to be good for you. And you guys are kind of really entangled in this month. So this Saturn return energy, this could be something within you, right? Something where you're saying, no, I need to be more more accountable. I need to be more respectful of myself. I need to exercise discipline in the situation. Or there may be some external factors that come into play here as well, where you're kind of pushed to take accountability for it. Maybe there's just some sort of tougher lesson coming into play through allowing the situation to play out. The bear is interesting, right? Because this can talk about our resourcefulness, literal resources like money, finances, physical resources, right? But it also is talking about being resourceful and exercising our inner strength in order to, again, drive this accountability. And with the Saturn return and the keyword of age being here, it's just kind of like, I don't know, I just feel like a lot of my group 1 viewers that you guys are kind of being forced to grow up this month in some regard. So some of you may check your natal chart. You may literally be going through a Saturn return right now, which would just basically means that this is when Saturn is coming back around to the exact positioning that it was in your natal chart. But it doesn't necessarily have to mean that you're going through a Saturn return as you're viewing this reading. It just means that this kind of energy is present in your month ahead. So let us keep going. Group 1. Group number 1. So what else, Spirit, can you tell us about Group 1's month of March? What else do they need to know about this upcoming month ahead? What is this energy about, Spirit? We have the Fool. Okay, that's interesting. We have the Devil, so there's that snake energy coming in again. What else, Spirit? And we also have the Sun card coming through as well. Okay, look at Pooh. He's just all tied up. These cards are so cute. All right, so how is this playing out for you guys this month, this Saturn return, this lesson energy? I think that a lot of you guys are kind of, you might be walking into it without really realizing it, because the Fool is a very authentic energy where we're just kind of being ourselves and we're just kind of taking a leap of faith. And I feel like you guys may have someone in your life, or just maybe this is a collective group of people in your life. Like, as you're kind of taking this leap of faith, I feel like you've got someone or something here where they're like, no, like, be careful, be careful. Like, they're trying to caution you. But it just feels so authentic to you to kind of move in this direction, because something about the situation, you know, it's very all encompassing for you. Like, it's consuming. You know, the Devil is kind of echoing this energy of desire, attraction, things that feel really good in the moment, but that aren't always good for us in the long run. Okay. And I'm just looking at the energy that's here. You know, we've got Winnie the Pooh. He's tied up. He's stuck in this position. We've got his friends all around him kind of looking at him. If we take a closer look at this card, it's kind of hard to see, but you can see he's like eating all these snacks. He's eating all these candies. He's like done too much, right? And now all of his friends are looking at him like, why did you do that? You know? So there's something here, you guys. There's definitely something here with the Sun that's being illuminated to you this month around like a habit or something that you're kind of leaping into here that isn't as good for you as maybe you thought it was, or that's ultimately not good for you in the long run. I do think like a big part of your learning this month is through your friends or your family or your community, the people around you. I do feel that you all will be very supported, especially with the Bear. You know, this is a very protective energy as well. So I don't want you to feel scared like, oh no, I'm going to make a mistake. I'm going to be all alone. I don't really see that for you. I feel that you are supported. And this month is really just about you guys becoming a little bit more aware of this situation and kind of seeing the truth of it for what it is. Okay, so let's keep going. What else, Spirit, would you like group number 1 to know about the month of March? I do want to say this too, guys. I do feel like your friends are well intended here. Like, it's showing me Christopher Robin in this angel outfit. So even if you kind of feel like they're annoying or they just don't understand you, just know that they do have your best interest at heart here. They just want you to be safe. They want you to be protected. They want you to be okay. Okay. So we do have utilitarian, being organized, coming through as well with the grays. Yeah, so here's kind of that Saturn energy. Something this month is pushing you all to get a little bit more organized and a little bit more resourceful. And we do have the Tausitians, resilient, boldness, and sassy. I feel like this is you, my viewer. Artistic integrity and honesty being here at the bottom of the deck. So these could be things that you're owning up to this month, like becoming more honest with yourself that there's maybe an issue here, being more honest with yourself, more realistic with yourself about what's been going on in your life or what will be going on in your life this month. I do think that you guys are taking a bold step for sure with this card coming through as well. And this is very much giving me the energy of like, I'm doing what I want to do. You know what I mean? It's very Queen of Wands. I think you all are feeling very confident in yourself. I think you're feeling very confident in your decisions. I think with the sun, something about it with this devil next to it does feel really, really good. You know, you're very pulled, very drawn in this direction. But there is some sort of accountability here around you getting a little bit more organized and a little bit more responsible in this situation. Okay. Let's take a look at the energy oracle next, group 1. So what else, Spirit, can you tell us about this energy for group 1 this month? What else do you want them to know? We have rest and rejuvenation. So maybe Spirit is wanting you guys to, you know, maybe start like a meditation practice this month might be nice. Something that I think will help you to clear your mind a little bit, because sometimes like when we're really in the throes of an attraction or a desire, something really pulling us to something, we may not always be seeing it fully clearly, right? Because we're driven by that desire. So I do feel like Spirit is saying meditate. Because I think that's going to help to bring you some clarity, group 1. We do also have financial constraints coming up here as well. So that's kind of interesting with the bear coming up, because this is all about our resources here. So for some of you, this could be like a spending habit or, you know, a situation where you're going to need to be resourceful about how you're working your money. I'd be interested to see if anything more comes up about that in the charms. Okay, so one more card here, group 1, and then we'll move into charms and just kind of see what else Spirit has for you. So one more message here for group 1, please, Spirit. And now I don't want you guys to feel worried, like, oh my gosh, I'm going to be broke. I think it's just about you're going to have to be smart and strategic about how you're going about money this month. So we have the island, solitude. That's interesting as well. I definitely see there's definitely a couple of messages here about like needing to kind of pull back your energy. Group number 1, I think that Spirit really, really wants you to have a meditation practice, try to pull back from the situation, spend some time in solitude, really to make sure that your mind is clear and that you're seeing things completely clearly at this time. Because with that devil, I think there's just like a lot of confusion here, or a lot of desire that could be masking the truth of the situation for you. And we have karma here at the bottom of the deck, which is kind of, echoing that there is some sort of lesson that you are learning this month. So what I will do next, group one, is I'm going to clear all of our cards off, and then we will transition into the charms to get some additional messages for you. All right, group one, we are back. Let's go ahead and see what else we can get for your month of March. All right. So we have some home and family energy coming through, health and well-being. We've got career energy coming through. We have Mars energy. That's interesting. All right, and let's grab some additional little charms here for group one, please, Spirit. We have that swan flying in there. All right. Definitely, let's see. Okay. So the finances energy is interesting, right? Because remember we were getting that financial constraints card in the spread, and you guys have the swan showing up in this section of the charm board. The swan has to do with loyalty. So it could be something around like making sure that whomever you are supporting or whoever's like, there's something about loyalty here when it comes to your money and your resources. So I wonder if for some of you guys, like you're very attracted to someone or very attracted to a situation here, to the point where you're willing to expend your own resources on it. But I feel like Spirit is just wanting you to make sure that that situation, that person is loyal to you, is true to you before you start giving so much of yourself over to it. Okay. Let's see. What else do we want to talk about? So there's some new beginnings coming through here with home and family that look really interesting. So we've got earth energy, we have the full moon, we have the star coming through as well. The star talks about dream fulfillment. So this is beautiful. You guys have a lot of positive stuff coming up here in this section of the mat. We have a cycle closing out as it pertains to home and family matters. And we also have a new beginning here with this earth energy coming through. So maybe some of you all are closing out a chapter here. You could be moving, relocating from one place to another, or maybe planting new seeds when it comes to home and family. Maybe some of you, maybe this could even have to do with giving birth to a child for some of you. Like there's some sort of a new seed being planted here. And it's like whatever is ending, whatever is kind of closing out or heightening for you this month, it's welcoming in a new opportunity that's going to make you feel incredibly fulfilled as it pertains to your stability. So this is very beautiful. Group one. Have some attention on you here in career and business matters. So we have Leo energy coming through. Some of you all could be moving into more of a leadership position. You could be in the spotlight this month in your career, having a lot of people, having a lot of eyes on you. We were kind of getting that as well in your tarot cards, especially with the sun. There's definitely an energy of a lot of people watching or a lot of people having eyes on you this month as it pertains to matters in your career. Some of you guys could be into like performing or public speaking, or maybe there's something creative that you're spearheading at work as well. We have the bells here with social life and others. So there's an energy of news coming in. And when I think of a bell, I think of something that's like clearing, right? It kind of clears the air, clears the energy. So some of you might be getting some sort of news as it pertains to other people in your life, your social life, your friends, something that's going to feel like it's bringing clarity into your life. And I also feel it could be, for some of you, quite celebratory. So some sort of positive news with regard to how you're dealing with others or just dealings with others in general. Now, over here in your health and well-being section, we have the number 8, which has to do with success and achieving goals. And then we also have the key, which is kind of like talking about unlocking something, which is really cool. So there's something with your health and your personal well-being that's being unlocked this month. You're feeling very successful. You are being very successful as it pertains to this matter. You know, for some of you guys, we do have a lot of energy of like work and home and those kind of material things this month. So maybe that double energy is like something to do with your work, right? Workaholic energy, something like that. But whatever you're doing this month, there is some sort of new information, I think, being unlocked for you that's going to help to set you up for success as it pertains to your overall just well-being in your day-to-day. This is definitely going to be a very faded month ahead for you guys. It's interesting with the cards coming here under spirit and self. It could be something around actually like doing tarot readings or getting a tarot reading, receiving some sort of spiritual guidance through divination that is significant to you this month. Maybe this is something that you guys do. But this pack of cards talks about fate, something being fated. So I think this lesson energy that you're going through this month, it is fated energy. It is a lesson that you maybe be like pre-contracted to learn. That's going to just help you to level up as a person. So for your advice, we have Mars, which is really interesting. And then we also have the clothespin. I almost didn't see that there. So Mars with the clothespin is kind of interesting because this does talk about putting energy and passion into something, going after something, but with the caveat of going after something that is secure. Okay. And so if we kind of go back here to our tarot cards with this devil energy, remember there's something about this situation that may have temptations to it or that maybe isn't secure or good for you in the long run. So I think that's what Spirit is saying, is like they're just saying, go after your passion, go after what it is that you want, but make sure that it's secure, make sure that it's true to you, reciprocal, before we just push all of our energy into it. So this is what I see for your month ahead, group 1. Comment below. Let me know what's been happening for you leading up to this reading. Thank you guys so much for supporting my work. If you do want to continue to support me, make sure you're subscribed to my channel and hit the bell so that you'll be updated whenever I post new readings. And I will look forward to seeing you in the next one. Bye. Hey group 2, and welcome to your reading. If you guys selected the Malachite Teardrop, this will be your message all about what's ahead for you in the month of March. So let's go ahead and jump right in and see what is in store. We will also be doing charms in this reading, and I will have the charms portion timestamp below in case any of you like to skip ahead to that. All right, so we're starting off overall energy here with the moon. So lots of green energy coming through here. So your heart is definitely being activated this month. We have the whale, wisdom keeper. And then we have the heart, love and new love. This is so cute. Okay, group 2. So March. Okay, so for some of you guys, I feel like there could be an opportunity for new love this month. And if it's not new love, it's just the energy of love is here in general. So the heart is being activated this month. I'm hearing forgiveness being activated as well as opening up the heart this month. The moon is beautiful energy. This is the energy of trusting in our intuition and kind of leaning into our emotions a little bit more. So it's kind of interesting with the moon and this whale, right? Because, you know, the moon is like water energy, like Cancer energy. It is intuition. And I feel like with this wisdom energy being here, you all, I think are just learning to trust your intuition when it comes to love this month. Trust your intuition when it comes to interfacing with other people. Spirit is saying that you have been through a lot of lessons in your lifetime. For some of you, this could involve a child or your childhood as well. And you hold a lot of the answers that you may seek externally within you. Maybe up until this point, there's been an energy of like not trusting in your intuition or not being sure when it comes to matters of the heart. But I do feel like this month, there's going to be an opportunity for you to really lean into the wisdom that you naturally hold. I definitely feel there's like a little bit of unease like in the pit of my stomach as I'm tapping into this. So I definitely feel like a lot of you guys might be second guessing yourselves when it comes to just being able to trust yourself, trust your instincts here. All right, but let's kind of see how this is playing out for you guys this month. So tell us a little bit more, please, Spirit, about this love energy, this moon energy for group 2, heading into the month of March. Okay. So we have the world energy here, new beginnings, and celebrations maybe. We have the Star. Oops, hold on. Let's get one. Just one, please, Spirit. Okay, and then we do also have the Four of Cups coming through as well. Yeah, you guys, I definitely feel that there is like a little bit of a skepticism as it pertains to love or other people that you all are still going to be working through this month. With this Page of Swords being here, it could be somebody that's got their eye on you, someone chasing you. Look at this rooster, and you're like, oh, I don't know. Cocky energy, ego-y energy, you know? That could be what's going on here. But with this Four of Cups here, this is sort of the energy of like having options that are offered to us, but not really being interested in them. But I feel like for a lot of you guys with this Eeyore being here, that it's more like maybe some of you guys just haven't been interested in it because you've been feeling sad or you've been feeling down, or there's just been something going on in your life where your heart has been shut off, right? You've just been feeling apathetic. And I think that this month, your heart is going to be activated again. Your heart is opening up again. You're working through healing with the Star card being here. So the World coming through is really beautiful energy because this talks about graduating to the next level, the ending of one chapter, opening up to something new, a new beginning, new possibilities being welcomed in. For some of you guys, this could have to do with family or friends, because we do see like this whole group of people here or characters of the 100-Acre Wood, right? And if we look here, we have this little sign that says welcome home, right? Maybe you all are returning home. Maybe you're returning to something that is opening up a whole new chapter for you, something that's going to feel very, very healing with the Star, maybe helping you to just get re-inspired as it pertains to love again, feel more optimistic about love again. Let's see what else we can get. I want to know if there's like, I kind of feel with that Four of Cups that there is a specific love offer coming in for you guys. But I kind of feel like you're not really trusting it, or you might not be fully open. Like you're kind of looking at it, but you're also kind of like, I don't know. Let's see. Group 2. What else do you need to know? So we have the Earth element. So stability. That's such a beautiful card. Lots of that green energy. Maybe for some of you guys, like the way, I feel like what makes you more comfortable when it comes to love is someone who's really stable, or just having that stability of like reliability, dependability, certainty being really important. Let's see what else. We do also have reptilians, predator, survival, and tyrannical. I kind of just feel like whoever it is that's coming toward you guys, I think that there's just like a lack of trust here. I feel like maybe you guys are either coming out of something, or there could be someone that's still around you this month who is kind of like I was getting with this card, like they're like chasing you out of ego. Look, we also have the Knight of Honey Pots here, the Knight of Cups. I feel like this person is someone who can be very charming and very helpful, like someone who's willing to help and be kind of kind in that way. But then they also have this side to them that's sort of, maybe they're kind of loud, or maybe they're kind of like in and out of your life, or you know, there's just something about their energy that maybe makes you guys just feel a little uneasy, right? And so I think for a lot of you guys, this month is really about you starting to move away from that energy and starting to forgive, release the past, and maybe just like shift into an energy of, groundedness and, new beginnings with people who are more stable in your life. Even if it's starting off just with like family, versus a new romantic partner coming your way. Let's see what else we can get, Spirit, for group 2. Help us understand what else they need to know about the month of March. What else does group 2 need to understand, please, Spirit, about the month of March? We have the man holding a coin. Interesting. So there's more of that energy of stability coming through. What else, Spirit? We do also have the 3rd chakra, which has to do with confidence in yourself. Okay. Yeah, definitely a big month for restoring confidence, standing up for yourself, trusting in your intuition when it comes to new opportunities in love. One thing that I do feel is that you guys are definitely like moving away from this situation. I definitely think that whoever this reptilian predator energy is, I feel like what Spirit wants you to know about this energy is that this is somebody who is, they're operating out of a space of a lack in confidence. This is not somebody who's really like open at the heart space themselves. With that 3rd chakra and this like reptilian, I almost feel they have a very intimidating energy about them. They're very guarded. They're very protective over themselves. They could even be somebody who has like shut down your advances for some of you, where you're like, do you even like me with this 4 of Cups? Like, I'm here to help you, but you're not even like giving me the time of day right now. And maybe that is the situation for some of you, where this is like a partner, a spouse in your life, somebody who is a stable person in your life, but they may be going through a difficult time where they're not showing up as their best self in this relationship. They're just trying to survive, and they're not showing up the best. Now, for those of you that are single, and this is not like an existing person that you've been in a committed relationship with for a while, I think that this is representation of the types of partners that are going to turn you off, or that will turn you off going forward. I feel like a lot of you guys are wanting to get away from this sort of like egotistical energy, these lurkers on the internet with the Page of Swords that are not really about, following through with what they do, these charmers that show up really nice and then they shift. This is what we're going for. The man holding a coin. This is like daddy energy. This is somebody who's stable, someone who's secure, somebody who's supportive with the earth element. And Spirit is saying that there is an opportunity this month to connect with somebody who embodies those traits. Okay. So let's just get one more card, group 2, and then we will move into your charms. Anything else, Spirit, that you would like for group 2 to know this month about this energy? Ooh, okay. So we do have volatility coming through. So I do think that Spirit wants you to know that when it comes to this situation over here, there may be potentially some energy that's a bit explosive, right? It's a bit unpredictable. But the beautiful part, you guys, is that through releasing this situation, you're welcoming in a new beginning, a new opportunity, something where you are going to feel much more secure and stable. And there will be a period of healing for your heart space as you allow for this release. But yeah, this feels like this person's energy. Somebody that's like a bit unpredictable, someone that's a bit like on edge, somebody who's very intimidating and lacking in the confidence themselves. Like this energy feels very, very closed off at the heart space and not super receptive, group 2. So I think through kind of like allowing a release of this, no matter how difficult it is, it's actually bringing in a much more stable and comfortable energy for you, and an opportunity to connect with someone who is more stable, someone who is more consistent and reliable in your life. So let's go ahead and see group 2. I'm going to remove all the cards and we'll take a look at charms. All right, Spirit. So let's take a look at what other info we can get for group 2 as it pertains to this upcoming month of March. All right. So we've got Venus, the number 5. We have Libra. We've got fire energy. We've got the full moon. We have the 11th house. All right, let's see what else with the charms, Spirit, for group number 2. I just picked up a lot of charms. All right. So any of the ones that don't like land anywhere, we're just going to take them off. Wow, lots of stuff with career, lots of stuff with well-being coming through. This is beautiful, you guys. We have a little strawberry here. I definitely feel like overall this month, we have a lot of beautiful, positive energy coming through for you. You could be like, some of you guys might be moving or making some changes as it pertains to your home and family. I was kind of feeling that with the world for some of you, like especially with this like welcome home energy. Maybe some of you guys are being guided back to family or back to your hometown or something along those lines. And I feel like with the strawberry and this Christmas tree being here under the section of self, this is like ushering in a new beginning with the strawberry, a fresh start for you. That's actually going to be bringing in a lot of joy and celebration and happiness. So I feel like overall, this is like a very happy month for you, group 2. So let's see. What else? So we have a lot of stuff under health and well-being here. Let's just kind of take a look. So we've got the butterfly, which obviously has to do with things changing, developments coming through. We have the bird, which can talk about like socializing, and it can talk about communication, news. We have loyalty energy here with the swan. We have the elephant here, which is community. And then we have the cat, which is like our independence here. So I think there's something here about community that you guys are exploring this month as well. Some sort of change in your community, some sort of developments within your community that are actually bringing in maybe more social events and a lot more positive, just abundant blessings in your life. Something about connecting with this new community or these developments in your community. Maybe this is connected to where you're moving to, but something about this is really, really improving and upgrading your well-being, group number 2. And I see it here as well. So we've got social life and others. Oh, I didn't even see that little guy there. We have Venus here under social life. And so Venus can talk about love, relationships, harmony. So we did have this energy of new love coming through. We also have the number 5, which talks about adventure, seeking something new, maybe getting out of your comfort zone a little bit is helping you to connect with new people within your network. And something about connecting with this community of new people is bringing in a lot of positive abundance to you. I feel like this is bringing in loyal friends. I feel like this is ushering in more social stuff for you guys. It's very, very beautiful energy here with Venus. And I see it here connected to your finances with the 11th house too. There's definitely a huge, huge connection to community being highlighted for you this month. It's kind of interesting, you guys, because like initially when I was looking at this, I definitely think that there is a storyline here about one-to-one partnerships. But with this world card, do you notice the friendships, right? I think that there is a new beginning clearly being shown here with the charms around like the groups of people that you are associating with. That's going to be very, very positive for you. Okay, so we have this little seahorse coming up. So the seahorse, the key says that this has to do with past lives, but I'm getting something a little different from this, okay? Because, so there could be, maybe for some of you, there's like a past life relationship that's connected here for you, but when I think of a seahorse, do you guys know that the male seahorse is actually the one that carries the children? So this kind of takes me back to this man holding a coin that we saw. I feel like you guys are releasing something that was less stable and ushering in somebody new, being able to meet somebody new in your life that's a much more like supportive partner, somebody who's actually willing to like take on more responsibility, take on more of a support role for you so that you don't always feel like you're doing things yourself. Someone who's a bit more predictable, someone who acts as more of like a true partner to you versus somebody that you have to manage through or walk on eggshells with. And so maybe for some of you guys, through going ahead and getting out of your comfort zone this month, we're having an opportunity with Venus not only to build more social opportunity with groups of friends, but also maybe you're meeting this person in a social setting, which is kind of exciting. Okay, so now we also have some big developments here with your career this month, group 2. So we've got the full moon, which talks about, you know, a period of reflection, achievements, cycles closing out. There's something here with the fire energy that I feel like you guys are very, very passionate about. There's a lot of drive and motivation here with regard to this matter. This could be some sort of a new contract that you guys are signing, some sort of new agreement that you're coming into. Could have something to do with partnerships and relationships as well. But I definitely feel like there's something with the crown that you guys are being highly recognized for this month that's going to be very, very positive for you. It could be connected to groups of people as well, because with it being finances and career, a lot of times they're intertwined mostly, right? So I do feel like there's something here about your influence, your positive influence on a community, your leadership skills within a community, your passion, your ideas, your partnership being highlighted on a community level as well. That is getting you a lot of recognition and bringing you a lot of success and maybe even some additional money for you. Yeah, the crown talks about honor and respect. So this is beautiful, you guys. This is like a really beautiful, positive month ahead. I just think that there will be the remnants of some old stuff that is being kind of released out of your life this month. But when I'm looking at these charms, it's like new love is coming to you in all forms. It's coming to you in career. It's coming to you in your one-to-one partnerships, romantic relationships, but it's also coming to you in social life. And it could be, I feel like it's sort of perpetuated by some sort of change or movement or navigation with regard to your home here. I feel like that's what's driving the change. So let me know, group 2, how this resonates and what you guys have had planned coming into the month of March. And if you do want to continue to support my work, make sure that you are subscribed to my channel. Hit the notification bells so that you will be updated when I post new content. And I look forward to seeing you then. Bye. Hey, group 3, and welcome to your reading. So today we're going to be looking into what's ahead for you in the month of March. And we're going to kick off your reading with the Oracle and Tarot cards. And then we will transition into charms and dice as well. I will have the charms and dice timestamped in the description box in case you like to skip ahead to that a little bit sooner than when I get to it. Okay, so group number 3, you guys selected the Scolasite crystal. So already I'm feeling like a very calm and peaceful energy for your month. I don't know if this means that the energy is going to be calm for you, or if something is happening that's going to help give you some peace of mind, or if this is just kind of a feeling you're seeking this month. But I get a very calm and like purifying energy from that crystal. So let's take a look. So we start off here with the 9th house as the overall energy. We have the envelope coming through. And then we also have the fish, abundance and luck. This is so beautiful, you guys. So something is unfolding this month. I do feel like it's something very positive. It could be something that kind of takes you by surprise, but this feels like a positive surprise because whatever is coming over, whatever's coming through for you, whatever's unfolding for you this month, it's bringing you a lot of abundance into your life. It's bringing a lot of happiness. It's a very playful, joyful energy that I'm getting from this. This could have to do with other people too. There could even be some choices here for you as well to pick from. But it may feel like, oh my gosh, I got really lucky or I'm like really blessed right now. And maybe it was just something that you weren't necessarily expecting. For some of you, maybe you were expecting it. You've been putting in a lot of hard work and now things are finally starting to unfold for you. But it definitely looks like this is going to be bearing out to be hopefully a very peaceful month for you with these changes and developments coming through. Now we also have the ninth house coming through. So the ninth house is highlighting the area of our birth chart that has to do with spirituality, religion, philosophy, kind of pondering the meaning of life. This area of the chart also connects to long distance travel. So think foreign travel, foreign countries. It can also have to do with higher education, going to college, learning, taking classes, studying, things like that. So I feel like maybe a lot of you guys, there's something around those themes that will bear out to be significant this month. Okay. So let's keep going. Group 3. What else, Spirit, do you want group number 3 to know about their upcoming month ahead, the month of March? What's happening for group 3 this month, please, Spirit? All right, so we have the 7 of Wands. We have the Strength card. Okay. And then we do also have the 2 of Wands coming through with an 8 of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. Yeah. So I do think a lot of you have been working really hard leading up into the month of March. You've been putting in the work. You've been putting in the effort with this 8 of Pentacles coming through. And I see you guys kind of continuing to do that as we move through the month. We have the 7 of Wands. This says he climbed and he climbed and he climbed. And as he climbed, he sang a little song to himself. This is so cute, right? So I feel like a lot of you guys are kind of like moving towards something. You're looking to achieve something this month. You have a goal that maybe you've been going after, and you're continuing to push forward. You're continuing to kind of climb the ladder, putting in that effort toward reaching and achieving whatever this aspiration is for you. But it still feels like, normally the 7 of Wands is about like standing up for yourself, being defensive, pushing forward, right? This feels more peaceful to me, because it's kind of like he's just kind of taking his time, getting up the tree, singing a little song to himself, right? So kind of going back to the energy I was getting with this Scholasite, you guys are just kind of continuing forward. You're continuing to climb. You're continuing to push forward. You're singing to yourself. It's still requiring some courage. It's still requiring your strength and your stamina, but you're keeping on going with what you're doing here. Some of you guys as well could be confronting something this month with the Strength card. This card in particular it's an elephant, right? But I think in Winnie the Pooh, doesn't he call them heffalumps? And the heffalumps and woozles are usually something they're scared of, right? There could be something you guys are confronting this month, something that you're feeling a little bit scared of, that you're kind of realizing as you confront it that it's not as scary as you thought it was, right? Because it's like, oh, there's a little butterfly here. We're having a change in perspective here, or a development here that's shifting things for the positive. There's also an energy of planning our next steps this month, group number 3, with the 2 of Wands. So here we're kind of connecting back to this energy of travel, right? 2 of Wands can definitely have to do with travel. You can see that he's got the little map here. He's looking at directions. He's looking at what's next. Again, I do feel like some of you guys might have multiple options or multiple things that you could be pursuing this month. And there's this energy of like planning and deciding which one we're going to really move forward with. And that could be what the 7 of Wands is talking about too. Maybe you guys are getting some sort of news connected to a goal that you want. Maybe for some of you, it's not the news you want to hear, but you're continuing to push through and look at some of the other details and some of the other options that are being offered to you. Some of you guys could be traveling too. Just generally speaking, you could just be traveling or going on a trip this month. Okay, so let's see what else we've got for group 3 for Spirit this month. What else, Spirit, for group 3? In the month of March. So we've got the Lovers, erotica, sensuality. Interesting. I am going to just censor that just in case. Okay. That's interesting energy. And then we also have the Blue Avians, philosophy, releasing karma, and mysticism. So that ties into that 9th house energy as well. Maybe some of you guys, and also we have this energy of the flower of life, which talks about inspiration, awe, and your dreams. There's definitely something here I feel that's very connected to like a goal, a higher aspiration that you guys have that you're exploring this month. The philosophy energy coming through and mysticism. So there could be an energy here of you really leaning into your faith this month, really leaning into your spirituality, your religion, maybe exploring spirituality and religion or learning a new religion or spiritual belief this month. I love this energy of releasing karma as well, meaning you've learned your lessons and you're leaning into your inner wisdom and your faith to move through tough lessons and to release past karma, allowing you to continue to move up the tree toward your goal, toward your aspiration here. Now, this is kind of interesting, right? Because I wasn't really getting the vibes that we have a love reading going on here, but there's definitely something going on, group 3. I think some of you guys could be connected to a lover this month or connecting with a lover this month. I do feel like this is someone that's, there's a high level of desire, a high level of physical attraction. And maybe you and this person meet through travel, or maybe you and this person share some philosophy or spiritual beliefs here. It's interesting with the envelope talking about surprises, because I do think that there is something surprising, maybe connected to this lover for some of you. Maybe it's someone that's not your usual type or someone that you would normally be into, you know? So let's see. Group number 3. What else, Spirit, can we tell them about their month ahead? What is happening? We have action. Definitely lines up with continuing to push forward toward your goals, continuing to climb that ladder that you're climbing. And then we also have adjacent possibilities. Yeah, this makes a lot of sense. There's definitely an element of something like where maybe initially it doesn't necessarily go your way, or maybe initially it doesn't pan out the way that you think it's going to go. But there's this like shift in perspective here where you're like, okay, well, even though this didn't work out, I have a lot of other options here, right? And so I can try some of these other options and explore them a little bit more, and then recalibrate myself. Either way, I feel like Spirit is saying and reassuring you that you're moving toward your dreams and that things are unfolding exactly as they should be. Maybe it has to do with love for some of you, but this to me feels like something extra. So I'm super curious to see how that comes through in the charms for you. I feel like you guys are focusing on other stuff this month and exploring these things, and that the lover is like a surprise. Especially if you're single. I think the lover is like probably a surprise. Okay, let's see. Group number 3. One more card and then we'll move into the charms. What else do you want group 3 to know about this upcoming month of March, please, Spirit? Ooh, we have the iceberg submerged. So there's more beneath the surface. There's more than meets the eye. Okay. We also have vigilance. So this is interesting too, because this is about kind of staying alert and staying aware of things. Okay. So let's talk about this iceberg. So when we think about an iceberg, you can only, when you're like above, like sitting on the sea, like if you're in a boat, right? You're only going to see a very, very small portion of this iceberg when there's a lot more underneath that we're not necessarily going to be able to see. So I do think that there is something this month where Spirit is asking you to look a little bit deeper. Could have to do with this lover, but I feel like for a lot of you guys, this has to do with whatever plans you're making for your future, whatever possibilities you are exploring. They want you to look a little bit deeper, not just into the options themselves, but I feel like they also want you to look deeper at your why. They want you to look deeper at why you're doing it and what really speaks to you, especially with this ninth house energy, especially with this philosophy, mysticism energy. Where you go next should align with your core values, is what Spirit is saying with this iceberg, right? It should align with the innermost parts of yourself, so that it is something that is foundationally set up for success for you. Okay, so I'm really interested to see group 3, how this plays out with the charms. So let me go ahead and clear everything off, and then we'll see what else we can get for you. All right, group 3. So let's continue forward and see what other insights we can get from your charms about your month of March. So Spirit, what else do you want group 3 to know about their upcoming month of March? Okay, so we've got our pentacle here. We do have the 7th house, the waning crescent. We've got some career and business stuff here. So interesting, you guys, with Scorpio, right? Because I definitely feel with that iceberg energy, this is very much connected to that Scorpio energy of digging deeper and doing more research before you make any moves forward. Oops, hold on. Oh my gosh, it's so hard. I just did my nails today and they're like way too long. All right, let's just get the rest of our charms, then we'll dig into this a little bit more. Group number 3. So what else do you want them to know, Spirit? Okay. So we've got some stuff here. Make sure I'm not missing anything. Interesting. All right, so what is this right here? This is the letter G. Okay, letter G under finances and wealth. So that could be somebody's initial that could be significant here. All right, so what do you guys need to know? Well, it is interesting, right? Because we had that lover come through for you. There is definitely something about partnerships being highlighted here with the 7th house, okay? 7th house has to do with our long-term relationships, our long-term partnerships, things that we commit to. So it could be business partnerships, it could be romantic partnerships, anything like that. So it's kind of interesting, right? Because this energy of lovers, this is not necessarily an energy that I would put into the 7th house, right? To me, this feels more like there's some sort of a casual or like there's an attraction situation here. Not to say that it couldn't be long term. I feel like you guys will be figuring this out this month. I feel like this is part of your exploration with the 2 of Wands, and it's part of the iceberg energy that we got. I think that Spirit is asking you to, with all things in your life, whether it's romantic partners, business partnerships, or whether it is career, they're wanting you to look deeper. They're wanting you to look deeper and do more research and really ask yourself if these are the things, if this is the person that you can commit to in the long run. So that is definitely going to be a core theme for you guys this month that you're thinking about. It doesn't mean that this person isn't going to be that, but I think it's something that you're thinking about, okay? So what else? What else? So we've got our waning crescent moon up here. So the waning crescent moon is kind of about this is interesting. So this is coming up under your social life. So I do feel like there's something that you guys could be reevaluating when it comes to your social life or when it comes to the groups of people that you affiliate yourself with. Maybe you guys are reevaluating this because with again, we're going back to that iceberg. With this moon and star together, this talks about being adored. This talks about like kind of being valued or noticed in some way. Maybe some of you guys are feeling like you're not being valued and noticed with the current group of friends that you have, right? And maybe just generally speaking, some of you guys have not yet found a group of people or a group of friends that you really feel like you align with. in a positive way. And so maybe a lot of you are like kind of reevaluating and exploring new ways of how to go about building those connections. So I definitely feel like that is a core theme here, again, connected to that iceberg and the Scorpio energy. All right, now in career and business this month, we've got Scorpio, we have Uranus, and then we've also got the number 6. So the number 6 talks about responsibilities. Okay, Scorpio, again, talking about doing more research, looking deeper into things. And then the energy of Uranus is talking about being very unique or being rebellious, right? So some of you guys could be shifting gears, and that makes a lot of sense, right? With the adjacent possibilities that had come up and taking action, right? There's some sort of movement forward to something a little bit different. And Uranus, it is very much about shifting gears. Maybe some of you guys are shifting gears into something that brings you a little bit more responsibility at work. Maybe you're shifting gears into something that you were not necessarily expecting to do, but it is one of the abundant options that are being available to you this month. Then we have a lot of energy here with finances as well. So we've got the unicorn, we have the letter G as we discussed earlier. We have the little diamond, which can talk about commitments and promises. And then we do also have the little key. So maybe, again, G could be like initials or, you know, I'm seeing grandfather here. Maybe somebody's grandfather is connected to their finances. It could be connected to like a financial advisor that you guys see. I don't know. But with the key being here, and the diamond, I feel like there's some sort of new promise or some sort of new commitment that you guys are making to yourselves this month as it pertains to your financial situation. And there is some energy of like securing wisdom here, using knowledge that you've acquired or something new. It's just like something new that you're doing, some new commitment that you're making here through some sort of knowledge that you've unlocked or some sort of wisdom that you've imparted. We have the unicorn here too. So the unicorn can talk about fantasy, right? It can talk about, we had that energy at the beginning of your reading of things unfolding and surprises, abundance and luck. And I'm kind of hearing that expression about unicorns, right? Where people will say, I'm a unicorn, meaning like they're very unique. Because unicorns, obviously, like they're a mythical creature. And it's like, do they really exist or do they not exist? So this could be, I think, connected. I feel like it is connected to the luck that you guys are experiencing this month with your opportunities. There's something lucky, I think, that's happening with finances here for some of you that it almost might feel too good to be true. So could be something where, because unicorns can also talk about like Delulu energy, like not seeing things super clearly. So I would say, group 3, I feel like with the key being here, don't be afraid to, again, with the iceberg, dig a little deeper or try to seek out knowledge or something that's going to help you move forward with more clarity. We also have some action happening here with home and family. So we've got the cat, we have a Christmas tree. It looks like a lot of you guys are going to be feeling really good about your family situation, your home situation. The cat talks about our independence. The Christmas tree talks about joy. So maybe some of you guys are moving out on your own. Maybe some of you guys are just feeling more empowered or getting a little bit more space or free time this month. But there's definitely something about making independent choices with regard to home and family, and this bringing in a lot of joy and celebratory energy for you as well. So Spirit is saying, with the swan this month, be loyal to self, right? Digging deeper, making sure that all the choices and decisions you're making with your friends, your partners, your work, that these situations are loyal to you. This also makes me think about partnership too. Right? And I think you guys are thinking a lot about relationships, committed relationships, and loyalty this month, right? So maybe asking yourself, are you loyal? Do you embody those traits that you want in someone else, right? I think these are all things that you're going to be thinking about and reflecting on. And then under your advice and guidance, we do have the Pentacle. So this can talk about finances. It can also talk about feeling supported, which is really beautiful. I can also talk about investments as well. So I definitely feel like Spirit is saying take a grounded and practical approach to things this month, to any choices and decisions that you're making. I think that they're also saying, like, I don't know, I feel like you all are going to be feeling very supported when it comes to your material realm this month. So is there anything else that we need to cover? I don't think so, group 3. I feel like that's all I'm getting for you. Comment below, though. This looks like it's going to be a really exciting month ahead where you're really going after your dreams and your goals. I'd love to hear what you're planning and how you feel like this reading kind of aligns with that. So let me know. And if you guys do want to continue to support my work, make sure that you are subscribed to my channel. Hit the bell so that you'll be updated whenever I am uploading new content. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.